Hi, this is Mark from Smashwords, and welcome to my video. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to add navigation to your Smashwords ebook. And you can do this with Microsoft Word. So let's get started here. What we're looking at here is a recently published ebook at Smashwords. This is Trouble by Samantha Towell. And I'd like to thank Samantha. She gave me permission here to create a video around her book and to show you how we created the navigation for her book. So first let's talk about what navigation is. You've probably heard the term, you may not know what it is. So we're looking at the ebook in Adobe Digital Editions. This is a free e-reading app that you can download. Just Google Adobe Digital Editions and download it if you haven't already. When we open the book in Adobe Digital Editions, the first thing we see here is the cover image. And if we scroll down, we see the front matter, and we see her table of contents. So notice how all the different elements in her table of contents have a hyperlink. And if you click that element, you go straight to that part of the book. So that's pretty cool. Also look at this section over here. This section of the book is called the NCX. NCX is the external navigation. Think of it as an external table of contents. If your reader is looking at their book on their iPhone, in the iBooks app, or on their Nook, or on their Kindle, they'll have an option to view the table of contents, and this is what they'll see. So the table of contents allows them to navigate directly to any section of the book. This is really useful for the reader. It adds more value to your book for the reader. But it's also very useful for you as the author because it allows you to direct the reader's attention to specific sections of the book that you would like them to see. In addition to being able to easily find the start or where they left off in the book, you want to make it easy for them to read your back matter, the section at the end of the book, also called end matter, where you can tell them about you, provide your bio, provide links to your other books, etc. So let's go back up to the table of contents here. There are two types of navigation that you can build into your Smashwords ebook. The first type of navigation is what I call intra-book navigation. That's what these links are. These links go directly to some place within the book. And then the second type of navigation is this NCX. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create this type of navigation so that your book can become more accessible to your readers. So let's look at the original source file for this book. So here we are in Microsoft Word. I'm using Microsoft Word 2007 here, which is very similar to all the versions that follow. What you see up here is the navigation ribbon. And here's the start of the book. We're just going to scroll down here, and I'm going to teach you how to create a linked table of contents. So here you can see we've got typed out all the major sections of this book. Now keep in mind that I took Samantha's book and I restructured it. I took out a lot of sections just so I could make this demo simpler. Her actual book is about 300 pages and this demo is about 93 pages. So the first step in creating a linked table of contents is to create bookmarks. And you do this in Microsoft Word. Think of a bookmark as a target. Think of it as the destination for where you want the reader to go. Your readers will originate here in the table of contents, but their destination will be wherever you place the bookmark. So let's place the bookmarks in the book. I'll show you how fast and easy it is. Now the first step I'm going to take here is I'm going to split my screen in Microsoft Word. This is a nice little trick. It's a trick you might not be aware of, but now you are aware of it. If you scroll right up here to this little corner in this area, you'll see a little line there that you can click on, and then you drag it down. See that? This allows you to create a split screen. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep the top of the table of contents visible, and then I'm going to work in this part of the screen so I can find the sections that I actually want to link. And I'm going to use a keyboard trick to jump straight to these sections rather than manually scrolling down through the entire book trying to find each of the sections that I want to bookmark. I'm just going to click Control and F, so I'm clicking those two keys at the same time, and up pops this handy find and replace feature. So I want to go to the prologue first, so I'm just going to type in the first few letters of that word, and here we are. There's the prologue. So the next step in creating a bookmark is to highlight the word, then take your mouse, your pointer, up here to the Microsoft ribbon and click here on the Insert tab right there, and then click over here to Bookmark. All right, it's that easy. So you click Bookmark, and then it's asking me to name the bookmark. Well, this is the prologue, so I'm going to call it Prologue. Now, when you type this in, you can only type in one word. You can't say, for example, you can't say, "This is my prologue," because you'll see that the add button disappears. Your bookmark needs to be one string of characters. So let's call it Prologue. And I click Add. And bingo, the prologue, that has been highlighted. Now I'm going to click back here to the Find and Replace, and I know I want to go to Chapter 1, Mia. Now this is a pretty cool thing that a lot of romance authors are doing, and other fiction writers. Rather than just saying Chapter 1, Chapter 2, they'll add some supplemental information here. And in this case, these are chapters that are written from the perspective of different characters in the book. So I'm going to just type in the word chapter. That'll get me to the next chapter. So I'll click that, and here we are to Chapter 1. I'm going to highlight that string of words, go back up here to Bookmark, click Bookmark, and I could type in, if I try to type in two words like Chapter 1, you'll see that disappears. I could call it Chapter 1, and then I would click Add to add that, but I'm interested in saving time, so I'm just going to call it C1 for Chapter 1. Click Add. Okay, now I'm going to go down to Chapter 2, highlight Chapter 2, click Bookmark, do C2, click Add. Now I'm going down to the next chapter, Chapter 3. Go up here to Bookmark, type in C3, Add. This is Chapter 4, Bookmark, C4, Add. Then we'll go to Chapter 5 and repeat. One thing I want to point out, and this is really important, only highlight this text. Or I could simply highlight this, or I could highlight a few characters. But do not, never, never, never highlight multiple paragraphs like this and bookmark that. That would be a mistake. In fact, whenever we're working with our book, you want to make sure that you have Show Hide activated. So Show Hide is a feature that you probably read about in the Smashwords style guide. Here it is up in my menu bar. I click to the Home tab, then I'll click here, And see, now I've got the formatting of the book exposed. The show hide is really helpful here when you're creating, when you're doing anything with your formatting. So let's go back to this. Going to highlight Chapter 5, click Bookmark, give it a name, C5, add. Now I'm going to go to Chapter 6. Oh, okay, so that's the end of my chapters. Let's see. Oh, no, there's still another chapter. So let's, all right. All right, here's Chapter 6. So highlight Chapter 6, bookmark, C6, add. Is there a Chapter 7? No. Okay. So we'll go back up to the table of contents here. I messed up my split screen. After the different chapter sections, I have an epilogue, acknowledgments, and these other sections. So let's click over to those sections. I'm doing a Control F to bring up the Finder. Going to click in, type in the first few characters of acknowledgments, and that takes us directly to the section. Highlight the text, click Bookmark, and give it a name, acknowledgments. Click Add. Now I'm going to go put a bookmark for about the author. So let's see. And there it is. Highlight bookmark, and again, just as a reminder, you'll always find the bookmark button here by clicking the Insert tab and then Bookmark. So we're going to call this About Author. Click Add. And now we just have one more section to do. That's Other Books by this author. So I'll just type in Other Books, takes me right to this section, and click Bookmark, and we'll just call it Other Books. Click Add. All right, cool. So we have now added bookmarks to all the sections. I'm going to take away this split screen just by putting my mouse over here and then double clicking. The screen is gone. So now we're back at the table of contents. So this is where the reader is going to originate, and we know that we have different destinations for them. So now the next step is for us to link this text here so that it points to the bookmark destination. And this is really easy to do. You simply highlight the text for which you want to create the link. You're going to go back up here to Insert, and then next to the Bookmark button, you'll find Hyperlink. Click that. Now you see over here in the left-hand pane, it gives you options to link to a file or a web page. So that's if you were linking external to your book, like if you want to link to a website. But you want to click this link right here, Place in this document. So that's how you place a link within the book that points to a destination within the book. So we're linking here. We want to link to the prologue. When we click this link here, we see a listing of all of the bookmarks that we created. So I just click down here to prologue, click OK, and bingo, we have a link to the prologue. And you see when I just roll my cursor over this linked text, you see how prologue clicks up here, pops up there. That gives me the name of the bookmark that we're linking to. Next, I'll highlight the next string of text, Chapter 1, Mia. Click Hyperlink. Click on C1 because that's how I designated Chapter 1. Then I just repeat it. Chapter 2, Hyperlink, C2. Chapter 3, Hyperlink, C3. So you see how easy it is. It's just really, really simple to add these links into your book. Let's see, 5. But I want to give you a warning. It's really important that you link all of the text here, because all of the text that you link here is going to then be picked up by the Smashwords ebook conversion engine and turned into your NCX. So let me give you an example here. If we click back to the converted file, this is after it's been formatted, you can see how the text here, it says Prologue Mia, Chapter 1 Mia, just as we have inside the book and just as we linked the text. But if I were to make a mistake here and just highlight, say, to the M of Mia, then the link that would appear in the NCX of the converted ebook would just say Chapter 6 M, which you don't want. So be sure to check this. Be sure that you're highlighting that complete text, and obviously don't highlight multiple paragraphs. You just want to highlight this, because what you highlight is what's going to appear in your NCX. So here we go. Chapter 6 Mia, I highlighted it. Click hyperlink, go to Chapter 6. The epilogue, hyperlink, scroll down here. Oh, and look at that. There is no bookmark for epilogue. And you know why? It's because I forgot to create a bookmark for epilogue. So let's go fix that right now. So I'm clicking Control F. I'm going to type in the first few characters of epilogue. And here we are. I'm going to highlight it, click Insert Bookmark, Epilogue. So you'll find yourself doing this as you're creating the linked table of contents. You'll find little places where you forgot to add something, and that's fine. Just go add it. So now we're go back here to the table of contents. We want to link to the destination. So insert hyperlink, hyperlink, and then of course we just select epilogue. That's the bookmark I just created. Click OK. Acknowledgements, hyperlink, acknowledgements, OK. About the author, hyperlink, about author, OK. And then other books by Samantha Towell. Hyperlink, other books. And there we are. So we just did it. That was really simple. So now what we want to do is check our work. Before we upload it to Smashwords, we just want to double check, make sure that we didn't make any mistakes. So the first thing that you could do is just quickly scroll your cursor over each of these items and make sure that it's linking to a bookmark that you wanted it to link to. It's a common mistake that you might accidentally link Chapter 5 to Chapter 6. So, or whatever. So just double check that. Everything there looks good. So that's the first thing to check. The second thing to check is I want you to check that your bookmarks were properly applied. And to do that, go to Insert Bookmark, just click there, and we'll start at the top. So click on your first bookmark. And then click here over to the right where it says Go To. And this will take us to the bookmark. And it will also show us here on screen the text that we hyperlinked or that we highlighted for the bookmark. So the bookmark is spanning that text. Click to the next one. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Now what you want to look for here, I'll tell you what the most common error is that you'll find. If you click to a bookmark and you find that the text that's highlighted here isn't just the intended text, but it spans multiple paragraphs, that's an error, and you're going to want to fix that error. by deleting the hyperlink and then reapplying it to the proper text. Now that error of seeing multiple paragraphs highlighted is usually caused by, the most common cause is you've created your bookmarks, you've created your link table of contents, and then at the last minute you change some of the text, either of like chapter 6 here, might change it to chapter 4, or you might add another paragraph or whatever. That can corrupt the text that you have highlighted for your bookmark and mess up your bookmark. And that in turn can mess up your ebook and cause your ebook to not convert properly, not cause it to not create a proper NCX. So that's what we're looking for. But our book here looks really good. All the links are clean. They're where we want them. And we're set. So the other thing that you can try, if you want, is you can click on each of these different links to test them out. Now, since I'm in Microsoft Word 2007, in order for me to click on this link, I have to press down on the Control key first. So I'm clicking down on the Control key. I click right there. So that looks good. And I could do that for every single link. Now I'm not going to click every link because I've already checked that they're pointing to the right destination, and I checked all the destinations, and the destinations are properly tagged with good bookmarks. But you're welcome to do that if you want. The final thing that you want to check before, so this would be the third thing that you're going to check before you upload it to Smashwords, is look for hidden bookmarks. Word has this this nasty little feature. I don't know why it does it, but whenever you're clicking through hyperlinks that point inside the book, Word creates what are called hidden bookmarks inside your book. And these hidden bookmarks can potentially corrupt your ebook conversion. Not always, but sometimes. And you, just to be safe, you want to make sure that you have removed all of those hidden bookmarks. To do that, just click back up here to Bookmark, and right down here in the lower left-hand corner, you see hidden bookmarks. So just, you can toggle that. And the hidden bookmarks appear here at the top. They're always preceded by this underscore character, and then you see this gibberish that follows. If you see hidden bookmarks, if you see anything that begins with an underscore like that, and you didn't intend it to be there, delete it. So just click on that, delete, click, delete, and it's all clean. All right, so we're done. We have now created a linked table of contents. So we'll click over to Smashwords now, and you'll upload your book. And then the moment your book finishes conversion, you want to go download the EPUB version of your book and check the links. So when we upload this book, this manuscript that I just formatted, this is what we're going to get for the conversion. It'll look nice and clean. And then you'll look at the NCX and you'll click through, make sure all of your links link to where you expect them to. So that's the first thing to check when you're looking at your final EPUB. The second thing to check is make sure that you're not missing anything. If you see that you're missing chapter 2 or chapter 3 or whatever, you'll need to go back to your Microsoft Word document and figure out why it's missing. Often it's just because you forgot to add a link or it's linking to the wrong place. So that's it. That's how you create a linked table of contents. If it doesn't matter whether you're writing fiction or nonfiction, I think it makes great sense to create a linked table of contents. Your readers will appreciate the navigation, and your linked table of contents is also an opportunity for you to create this really important end matter. Here we are at the end of Samantha's book. Her readers love the book and they want to know more about the author. And so she's got this section here about the author, and then this section, other books by Samantha Towell. If you don't put these sections in there, you're making it more difficult for readers to find your other books. So definitely take advantage of those features. And that's it for now. Thanks for listening and have fun creating your navigation for your ebook.